Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you the new best players to snipe in FIFA 21 in different price ranges. They're all pretty cheap, so no matter how much money you have, even if you only have a few K, you can afford all of these, but they're guaranteed to get you a lot of money pretty quickly because there's tons of them in the market. They're always up for snipes, and also they do make you a lot of profit as well. So we're going to get straight into it. So this is basically the way to go from, even if you have a 1K or only a couple of K, you can get 100K pretty quickly or even more, depending on how many players you buy. So it's a really good method. Some of these players are incredibly cheap and some of them are slightly more expensive, which will also make you even more money in the long term as well. But I'm going to start with the cheaper ones. So for example, one of them is Ozil. So he's been a good player to snipe almost the entire way through FIFA and still is now. Only 82 rated, which makes him so good, but there's a ton of him in the market. And now they're almost dropping, so you can see they're even below 1,000 coins now this far in the game. So the cheapest is probably going to be about 900 roughly. So you can see sometimes the cheaper players are actually the much better players because it's such a less price range to switch between them. But you can see only 900 coins, how easy it is to buy. So there's a lot of him on the market, not that many for 900, well there's still quite a lot. But what you want to do, because there's such a small tax value on him, if you look about 800, 750, it's 5% of the tax values. You can probably work that out quite easily using a calculator or even using Footbin's tax calculator. And then you just want to, obviously I'm doing it wrong, and then if you look for not that long, you'll probably find some. I'm not doing it at the best time of day, so there probably won't be too many coming up here, and I haven't really checked the prices properly. But so that is the first player, Ozil, pretty good player. And now for the next one, which I think personally even better, it's Marcos Alonso. So these are just a few examples as well. You don't need to use all these players. You can use similar ones like these. So for example, Marcos Alonso, you could use similar ones like Chilwell, for example, or just anyone from Chelsea. These are just sort of examples from nations and clubs, but these players do work well. As you can see, another really cheap player, only a couple of K, pretty much everyone can afford him. I don't think anyone will be able to not afford him. He's so cheap, pretty much minimum value, but such a good player to snipe. There's tons and tons of pages from the market. Spanish and Chelsea, very popular for SBCs, which is why there's so many of them in the market, which makes him really good to snipe. So yeah, it's a lot of players like that who are popular for SBCs, are usually the best ones to snipe. So next player is Chilwell. So Chilwell is also one of the good ones to say to snipe, like I just said earlier. Also going for another very cheap price. A little bit, okay, it seems like it's actually roughly the same price as Marcos Alonso, to be honest. But even if you had a bit more money, you could even try and snipe people's team of the week cards. For example, Chilwell, same player. Another really good player for SBCs, English and Chelsea. So English and Premier League will get done a lot of SBCs. A lot of people buy him, which is why he's a really good player to snipe. Now for the slightly more expensive ones, people like Jesus, not that much more expensive, but they're just sort of not Jesus Navas, sorry, Gabriel Jesus or Jesus, whatever you want to call him. Yeah, not massively more expensive, but definitely the higher range, about roughly 10K. And obviously not these cards. You want to be going with his gold cards. Another really good player for SBCs. A lot of people actually use him as well in, sometimes not for their team, but for certain teams, for objectives and stuff like that. Brazilian and Man City striker. He's also a pretty mated player as well. He's a very good card for his rating, which is why he's so good. All you have to do is look at roughly about 7K. I'm not sure how much he's going for now. I haven't checked these players in a while. I haven't looked too specifically for them. You can see he's roughly going about 8K. There's a few for 8.5K, looks like. And all you have to do is drop it down to about 7.5K. Just see whatever works. A few hundred coins profit each card. If you can get one of these every like 10 seconds or so, you're adding a lot of profit, as well as the other cards on this video, which will get you more and more money as well over time. Which is why this is such a good method to go from literally barely any money at all to suddenly having tons of money. I will show a couple more examples in this video before I end it, and then you can try this out for yourself. And yeah, there was another one I personally tried, mainly because he's also one of those mated players who's also not the highest rating, but only 84 rated, but still a very mated player, roughly about 10K again as well. Very good stats. So a lot of people need him for SBCs as well, and also sometimes for their team, so French and from Ligue 1. So it's always used all the time as well, which is what makes him so good. One of the most popular cards as well. A lot of people packing him due to his low rating, but a lot of people need him due to how good he is and his nation and league, which is why these players are also good. And yeah, due to him being a striker, it makes it even better. So the more central they are in the pitch, centre back, centre mids, well mainly centre mids, cams, CDMs and strikers, because position modifiers can fit them to any positions. You can see he's got a cam here. You can even make strikers go into CDMs, which is why they're so good for SBCs, because it doesn't really matter where you put them in SBCs, which is why these players are so good. And I'll show you one more one more player to snipe on this video before you can try this out for yourselves, and it is going to be Tomori from here, 76 rated, such a low rated player, but he's actually very expensive for his rating, mainly due to his pace, so a lot of people use him. His Chelsea card and his AC Milan card are both good ones to go with. Obviously his Chelsea card, there's actually a lot more of him on the market with his Chelsea card as well. So it's up to you which one you want to go with, but there also seem to be a lot of Milan ones coming onto the market as well. Personally, I've had more success with the Milan ones due to their cheaper price, and a lot of people needing both of them for SBCs, English, and also from Serie A and from Premier League, which is why he's such a good player to snipe as well. You don't even need to set it specifically for the nation, for his league. So if you get both, if either a Chelsea or either a Milan one comes up, then it's going to be really good either way, which is why he's another really good player to snipe. But that's why Ozil is also good, because Arsenal and his new team as well, which is why he has 2 joint over teams, which makes it easier and easier to snipe, even easier to snipe. But anyway, so these have been the best players to snipe, to go from anywhere from 1k, and you can make a ton of profit in this in one day, even 100k if you have the money and if you have the time to do this as well. But anyway, so thank you for watching. Subscribe for more FIFA 21 videos like these, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.